As I travel all over the country, I'm noticing more and more crepe myrtles. Now, some of these plants are being used as a container plant in those colder climates. You'll see crepe myrtles in large, big containers that they wheel into a protected area during the winter months like a garage, or I'll find them around patios, I'll find them lining driveways. Crepe myrtles are extremely popular. Keep in mind, with all the new varieties of crepe myrtles that are available to us today, you need to pick the right size crepe myrtle for that location in your garden, because they can be anywhere from 18 inches tall to 40 feet in height, so they can get really big. Some people treat them as a shrub, some people treat them as a tree. Here, what we've done, this is one of my favorite white varieties, it's known as Natchez. It has been trained into tree form. And the reason I like Natchez, it has beautiful exfoliating bark. Now, in some of those areas where you do get somewhat of a cold winter like we do, I like to do all the pruning in the spring. And I really like to wait for May. But in warmer areas, you might do this earlier. I wait to deadhead them in May, so I come in and remove off all the seed pods. But if I want them into tree form, I go up and down the stems and make sure there's no growths on the stems. You'll notice at my feet here a few new shoots, and we always keep a few shoots at the base. If for some reason one of these main trunks dies, I can replace it. Or if from excessive pruning I don't like this clubby growth that you see here, what I can do is remove this whole branch and limb and start a new crepe myrtle. And all that means is if I select one of these, I just start coming in, pruning off all the growths, just like this, and train this into the new tree. Now, if I'm not going to train this into a new tree, each year I'll come in and prune off all these shoots. Crepe myrtles are easy, fun to grow, and there's one other way that you can grow them, and that is into a shrub, which we'll look at right now. This is a beautiful lavender-flowered crepe myrtle known as catalba. It's also disease and Japanese beetle resistant. What I like to do is I leave the seed pods all winter long for interest during the winter months. Once foliage starts to grow in the spring, I will come in and just deadhead these. I'm training this as a shrub. At the same time, I'm going to go in and remove about 20% of the stems. So I'm always getting new stems, and what I might do is probably remove, 2 or 3 of the oldest stems. So I just come in and look what I don't like. If I find I don't like this one here growing to the side, I'll just come in here and remove that. I also find I don't like this one growing from the side. Initially, I'll prune it here, and then I'll come back in with a handsaw and remove this whole portion. So I'm sort of thinning it out, letting more light in so it grows better. Don't forget, crepe myrtles are drought resistant. They love the heat. The hotter it is, the better they perform. So it's a real good, durable plant all of us should add to our gardens. I'm Mark Viette. Join me next time in the garden.
For more garden tips, go to inthegardenradio.com.